YouTube? It's your boy Sensei LeGlove back with my review of One Piece manga chapter 932, The Shogun and the Courtesan. Excuse my backdrop. I'm actually going out of town to the Bahamas next week with me and my girlfriend for her birthday, which happens to be on Valentine's Day. So I'm kind of stressed and she tripping on me, so I got to make sure I pack. I actually just got off work and I'm like, this chapter came out early. Thank you, Goda. So let me go ahead and get this review out the way. The chapter was kind of slow. I know I'm looking rough. God damn. The chapter was kind of slow, in terms of action, but we did, it was cool because we did kind of learn a little bit more about the Shogun and Komurasaki, Kiyoshiro, and all of them. We learned a little bit more about them, their relationship, how they look at Kaido, the Shogun, Orochi, how he's feeling, and what Nami's got going on. So it's cool. We can get straight into it. Chapter starts out, so last chapter, Nami was in a jam. The Oniwaban had her jammed up. So she essentially tried to get out of it by saying that she was the Ox 3 man, like the person that was the Robin Hood, the Wano Robin Hood. But they like, nah, fam, fuck out of here. We already done seen him in the flower capital earlier today, bro. Attack her. So they was on her ass, threw shuriken at her and shit. But Robin ass pulls out the fucking flower substitution jutsu. It turns into a fucking shadow clone or some shit. Runs away. So they after her, right? And we cut to, or she ends up running into Orochi, who's, obviously sitting up with Komurasaki. We delve a little bit more into their relationship because he actually sticks up for her. So they, while they were talking down on her, he essentially was saying, hey, don't talk down on, people, yada, yada, yada. So I'm starting to question whether or not they actually are together or what type of relationship they have, because every time we've seen her, he's been a part of it. Like even in her backstory, he was in her backstory close to her. He's close to her now here. So I'm thinking like, are they like lovers or something like that? Is Oda trying to set something up like that? Because that can become kind of a sticky situation, down the line. But another thing that I really wanted to touch on was Kiyoshiro and the Yakuza's role, or kind of rule rather, because since they seem to be much closer to Orochi than Kaido is, they were kind of, I don't want to say talking down on Kaido, but they were kind of speaking of him as if he was kind of like an extension of Wano Country, not a part of Wano Country. His subordinates were kind of talking like, hey, I seen that you sent some of Kaido's nastiest after that guy at the soba shop. Ruling like a boss is basically like what they were saying to Kiyoshiro. And I'm like, damn, so y'all don't even think, y'all, it's not a partnership. It's not like a mutually beneficial situation going on here. You guys are kind of just using Kaido, which, I guess most people would assume that was the case because, but we don't really know what Kaido wants from this aside from a big ass army of Smile users, which, contrary probably already has. So that was kind of interesting, seeing that the Yakuza and Orochi feel as though they're higher than Kaido, although most likely they are weaker. So that was something that was interesting. But moving along in the chapter, so while they're talking, they're having like a dialogue about the soba person that, kind of shitted on one of Kiyoshiro's subordinates. Fucking Orochi gets like riled up, like, nah, we can't be letting shit like that happen. You know what I mean? Like he was going off. We can't be letting shit like that happen. Things like that. He gets us talking about, today's the 20th anniversary of us killing Odin and his family and this, that, and the third. And I still, the woman said that they'd be back and, now's the time, and his subordinates aren't really listening to him at all. Like they aren't paying him any mind, like any attention whatsoever. Like they're laughing at him like, man, this nigga still believes this? Like, come on now. They weren't really paying him any attention. So it was kind of weird to see that dynamic. But he was like really passionate about it. Robin was there listening the whole time like, yo, I can't believe that this is what's going on. And I think that really might play a role later because that really leaves his subordinates vulnerable, because it's like, how are you going to, believe passionately that these people are going to attack you, and your support system, like, you really still tripping on that? You know what I mean? So I think that might play a little bit role in the future. But while he's ranting, Hiyori, I'm just gonna fucking keep calling her Hiyori because she's Hiyori. Come on now. Hiyori starts, because he get to talking shit about Odin, like, we beat Odin, I beat Odin, I watched him die in front of me, but that bitch, his son, and all of them are still alive, yada, yada, yada. So I'm like, shit. So she's standing there, she's basically like getting upset about the shit. Otoko, the smiling chick who we all assume is from Ibizu Town, she starts laughing, but she always laughs, so he gets upset and tries to go after her. But at this point, Hiyori's like, she riled up too, so she's telling him like, yo, stop, that's a little girl. He get the swinging his sword, she all crazed and scared, and Hiyori slaps the fuck, when I tell you, slaps the fuck out of him, slapped his ass hard. That panel was raw as hell. Slapped blood from the man's nose. Like, whoo, shit. Slapped him hard. So I'm like, oh shit, okay. So something that I was thinking, I didn't know that she remembered who she was and all of this other shit. So that was a good confirmation that she knows who she is. She knows where she came from, all of that. That was cool. And she basically put her fucking foot down like, I'm not bowing to no fucking body. I am a warrior princess. I know who my peoples are. You're not finna fuck with me. If you want somebody weak, go ahead and try to kill me, but I'm not that. And I'm like, okay, Hiyori, fucking okay. Like, I'm with it. So, the Orochi's like lit, like, did you fucking just hit me? So he goes dragon form with all his fucking dragon heads popping out. Shit is crazy. Robin tries to take Otoko. The Oniwaban sees Robin finally, so now they chasing her, and the chapter ends with Kiyoshiro getting up and about to unsheath his sword. As far as what I think about that, I definitely think that Kiyoshiro is probably going to protect Hiyori over anything, just based on kind of how the early parts of the chapter were, him defending her, things like that. I still think that they have some type of relationship deeper than just they know each other or whatever. I definitely think that he's probably going to protect her. I don't think he's going to go against the Shogun, but I think he's going to protect her, like, hey, step in the way or something like that. I don't think he's going to go after Robin or nothing like that. But overall, it was a pretty decent chapter. I mean, it wasn't nothing phenomenal. We didn't get to see the conclusion of Sanji versus Page 1. We didn't get to see what Big Mom had going on. But I guess, Oda did have to let us breathe after all of that shit. So can't really complain. I guess I'll give this chapter 3.5 out of 5. It wasn't nothing too crazy. I did like seeing Robin again, letting her get her little bit of shine, I guess, if Oda calls that shine, you know what I mean? But yeah, pretty decent chapter. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys let me know what you think of the video and my review in the comments down below. What do you think Kiyoshiro is going to do? Do you think he has a relationship with Hiyori? What do you think Hiyori is on, standing up to the Shogun? Like, bitch, you had all this time and you ain't do shit, so what the fuck is going on? So let me know down below, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Sensei Glove out.